mama know I ain't make my bed, but I'ma lay in it. Whether it's sandpaper, suede linen, whether I'm alone, a Creole lady, mama laid in it. The same pajamas I was afraid in. I boogie man slave, my blankets conceal my blade in it. Emotional seesaw with two fat motherfuckers with strong knees and free fall. It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I check the weather. I gave all my vices a call. Let's get together to talk about the highs and lows, the ups and downs. The friends that I had to hide to come around. They told me that I knew you always come around. Come around, come around, come around, come around. To work out the highs and lows, the ups and downs. No need to hide, the skies is coming down. Go and get high, I promise you're coming down. Coming down, coming down, coming down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 60 of the Splashcast, the ATL edition. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I am your co-host, Norwood, the pod guy, and this is Church Announcements and OnlyFans.
Hey, man. Covering
all
the bases. Covering all the bases. So y'all know when we get to...
And let's start with HBCU.
Y'all know with the ATL edition of the Splashcast, we cover the Braves, the Falcons, the Hawks, and the Dream, affectionately known as the oldest, middle, and youngest child. If you haven't had a chance to go back and listen to the pregame where we talked about Kyrie Irving and his Juneteenth celebration, as well as Herschel Walker being the stand-up father, y'all go back and listen. That ain't no quick scope. That is a shotgun. But we did say he shoots up the club, so you know. But all right, get out of there, ladies and gentlemen. We are with the Braves segment. We're gonna start off with the Braves segment, man. So the Braves in May were 4 games under 500. 4 games under 500. That, as Norwood likes to say, that 14, that World Series was looking like, hey man, are they really for real? Freddie Freeman has been traded in the offseason. We looked a little out discombobulated. And then kapow! The Braves went on a 14-game win streak and became we were first in runs scored in June, first in home runs, first in slugging percentage, first in pitching, first in bullpen ERA, and we were first, had the best record in the league. We had a 14-game win streak that was ended by the Cubs, and since then we have gone 5-2. So we are 19-2 in the last 21 games. How you feel about that, man?
I feel fantastic. This is the only bit of happiness I really have of any of my teams right now. So I'm trying to maintain my joy with the Braves. At this point, the 14 games in a row I was not ready for.
I wasn't either.
1 to 2, and then you like get to 7. You like, I don't know if I should say something and get excited or if I'm supposed to just chill out. But as the streak kept going, I was like, oh, we got to 14. I can't remember the last time any of my teams have won 14 games in a row.
The Hawks.
I'm trying to stay. Yeah, back with Teague.
Yeah, we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. We had that undefeated January.
But that's exactly what it was. But yeah, I was trying to maintain my excitement without getting you don't want to get ahead of yourself. But it got good. How you feeling?
Yeah, the Braves, man. I am impressed by the Braves. I'm impressed by Austin Riley. It turns out that Brian Snitker, when we were 4 games under 500, called a teams only. He was restless, according to him. He was restless and asked the players and the captains to call a players only meeting. And the players only meeting, whatever was said at that meeting, right after that started the 14-0.
Oh no! In the meeting, he told everybody just to relax. That was the whole big thing was, he didn't go in there and rip everybody's face off. He basically said, you won that championship last year. That way you won't win it this way. This year, you just relax and play baseball. But I'm going to mute myself because I think you owe that man another apology.
Who?
You had slandered that man. And now he looks like one of the best baseball managers.
No. I'm not apologizing no more. Now I apologized twice. I'm not apologizing no more. Not doing it no more. No.
He just.
Nope. But I didn't slander him this year. I slandered him last year. And I apologize for that.
His job last year.
You did too. Don't act like I'm on this island by myself. This is a two-man podcast. You agreed.
Boy, so if we going down, let me tell you, Reggie gonna make sure we go down. Hey, officer, we right here together.
Yeah, you try to kick me off the plank, brother, and you the one that was guilty with me.
You gonna grab me? It's the evil world we live in. Boy.
It is. Hey, man, you already said I'm evil. I want to see the world burn, Kyrie. So.
Evil is good. Yo.
But one of the surprise pitchers that we had is Spencer Strider. Spencer Strider actually had a career high in strikeouts. This was last week when we played the Washington Expos, the Montreal Nationals, whatever you want to call them. He had 11 strikeouts, and he is actually he only allowed 1 hit and 2 earned runs during that game. Spencer Strider has come in and stepped in right where Soroka was supposed to be. He's not Mike Soroka, but he has stepped in admirably. He was a middle reliever last year, and now he is in the rotation. So shout out to Spencer Strider, man. And Soroka comes back. Y'all in trouble.
With a very, very dangerous mustache.
Handlebar. Yeah, he said he was growing it in he grew it in high school, I believe. In college and decided to keep it. Go ahead.
Well, yes. And possibly, I mean, we can't leave him out of Rookie of the Year, can we?
Is he a rookie?
I am pretty sure he is.
I don't know if you put him in Rookie of the Year though. Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's not a rookie. He was a middle. He was in the minors. He was a middle reliever last year. Dang, so we lost the Cubs. So the Braves currently are. Let's look at standings real quick. Let's go ahead and get the standings up real quick so that
let's look at the standings of the one good team that we have. I'm always happy to do that. Yeah.
The Braves are currently 5.5 games back of the New York Mets.
Striking distance. We got a long time.
The Mets are 6-4 in their last 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Braves are 7-3 in their last 10 games, and we are what did I say? 19-2. We're actually 18-3 in our last 21 games. So we are first in the wild card. We did just lose to the Giants today, but we did win the series. Also,
and we scored 10 runs.
Let's talk about this. Matt Olson is out here playing like a man on fire right now. I think you said he possibly could break the single season home run record for the Braves.
Yeah. The single season record is 51 home runs. He was at 27 home runs 2 games ago. He had 2 tonight, so that put him at 29. So yeah, he's
no, that's not right. He has 10 home runs. He only has 10. Austin Riley leads with 18. He's got 37 RBIs.
Maybe that's. But okay, we do that later. But either way, he hits the ball like a man who plays baseball in the 1940s. He definitely hit 2 today. And I feel a little bit better about Alex Anthopoulos and his decision making now that we're this far into the season.
Yeah, man, he made some more moves off in the off season. We brought in William Contreras, who's been playing really well. Michael Harris has just decided to be the best rookie. He may get Rookie of the Year.
Oh man, and
Michael Harris.
What was it? Demerit, who was there in front of him, boy, it's tight on you, my friend.
Yeah, brother, you are now a trade piece. Not really nothing about it. You really didn't do bad. I mean, you did what was expected.
Unfortunate string of events, my friend. But that guy there looks like a pretty good baseball player.
And then we got Orlando Arcia we brought him in as well, and he hit the walk-off single last night. So Alex Anthopoulos has been doing really, really well.
Good leadership and success. How does that work? Is that
Who knew? So the Braves, man.
We did not know that one. We was like, what you doing here, man?
So the Braves, they round out the series with the Giants. They are right now at 2-1. We play 2 more games against the Giants. We're 1-1 in a 4-game set. So hopefully we win the next 2 to win the series. And then after the Giants leave, you know who comes to town. Who comes to town? Who's the next team we play this weekend? It's a big game. Play the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman comes home. Freddie, come on. Those tickets are out of this. The tickets start at $120. That's for the nosebleed.
Let Matt Olson and you fight at first base. Best man wins. Cage match.
The Dodgers, man, they starting to put it together too. So, man, the Braves are in the midst of a really important home stretch where we play the 2 California teams before we go back into league play and play the Philadelphia Phillies.
And it feels good to have a bunch of different bright spots on the team.
Everybody's good.
Well, exactly. That is such a unique feeling, and to believe that everybody can do their part and you can win.
Yeah, got it. I always give a shout out to Dansby Swanson. Now, that is somebody who I almost apologize to almost every episode because I was calling for him to go too. And he's leading the team in batting average. He's leading the team in hits. He's leading the team in on base percentage. So, and Austin Riley too. So the Braves, man, they are really, really well. They are really, really well put together. This roster is really well put together. Ozzie Albies is out here playing really well, but it's just everybody's playing well.
Say it again.
Everybody's playing well. Ozzie Albies is doing well, and then there's also your man who hit another moonshot home run today, Ronald Acuna.
Golden Acuna.
Woo! He's a beast, man. He's a beast. Him and Michael Harris out there, and they look pretty good, man. They look pretty good. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the Braves segment of episode 60.
And probably the end of, boy, that team is playing really good.
What you mean?
The Braves. Next we'll talk about the Falcons and the Hawks.
Oh, yeah,
It'll be a lot less fun.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be great. It gonna be great.
They're trying to turn the curve on. They said,
it ain't gonna be great at all, Shady. But y'all stay tuned, man. We'll be back. We'll be right back. Y'all listen to the Splashcast 12 pack while we get ready for our Falcon segment, aka the middle child, aka can't get right. Which you probably can say that about the Hawks too. But y'all stay tuned. That boy mad.
Well, this is gonna be
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back with our second segment known as the Falcon segment, episode 60 of the Atlanta edition of the Splashcast, where we have, it's going to be a quick segment. Got a couple things to talk about, man.
Sure do. Sure do.
So, everybody knows this offseason the Falcons were in the running. We pretty much gave Matt Ryan the boot. Decided that we were going to go after Deshaun Watson, and apparently we were really close to landing Deshaun Watson, and then Cleveland decided to give him the bag. The story that came out with with the ability to sign Deshaun Watson, or potentially signing Deshaun Watson, was there were other players and free agents that were watching to see where Deshaun signed and if they could play with him. What team they could play together on. One such player was your man Jadavion.
Not my guy at all.
Jadeveon Clowney, shut in. Jadeveon Clowney possibly said he probably would have played with the Falcons and signed with the Falcons if we had signed Deshaun Watson. Is that a miss for the Falcons or a blessing in disguise?
I really wish you would play Melodies from Heaven right now.
Melodies
from Heaven. This is the best case scenario right here. Number one, we did not pay Deshaun Watson $230 million, as he's probably going to have to sit out the whole next season. And
they talking about he may get 60 games.
Oh nah, you can't do 60 games.
That's five. That's 4 seasons.
It's his season. No, his career's over. You can't. No, you can't put him in for 5 seasons. But yes, and we didn't get Clowney. This is legitimately the best of both worlds. I never thought I would get to a point where I would be excited about Desmond Ridder as our quarterback, but the fact that we did not pay for Watson, which I was a little bit more okay with, even with the year, I probably would have bit the bullet. But the fully guaranteed contract is way too much, and the fact that he was bringing Clowney, this is all bad to me, bad and worse.
So you brought up Desmond Ridder.
Another team making better decisions than them.
Desmond Ridder is according to Arthur Smith, Desmond Ridder is light years ahead of most young QBs when it comes to understanding the offense. He already pretty much has the verbiage down and the cadence down for calling plays that Arthur Smith wants to see, and it has been already speculated that Desmond Ridder is fighting for the starting spot over Mariota, and they said he probably will be the breakout player of the year for the Falcons. Do you think he's going to start? I don't know if I want him to start early.
There are a few things. Number one, this is a way to get me excited. Boy, you are saying everything that I want to hear. And I really don't know what to do. I never have believed in this guy, but everything sounds so good that I just want it to be true. I want to see the Falcons be good so bad. And I'm going to just blindly believe it. Is it probably true? Probably not, but I want to see them do well, so I'm going to just ride with it. Mariota also, I was reading something earlier, I think today or earlier this week, he is one of the 7 worst veteran quarterbacks in the NFL. So I think this should be a very easy transition.
So here's why I'm hesitant to say I want him to start and be the breakout player and all of that. Our offensive line still is not good. We don't know what we have at running back. We don't know what we have at receiver. If you want to be 100% honest, we don't need him to dodge, duck, and play dodgeball. And if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. We ain't doing all of that, man. We need, when you have a rookie quarterback, in order for them to play early and set them up for success, you need a strong offensive line. Normally, you need a decent running game, and you need a go-to receiver. We have a go-to tight end, and that is it. We have everything else is unproven. That's why I'm nervous about Ridder.
What did they say? A calm ocean has never made for a strong Navy man or something like that. We're testing it out anyway. Let's just go ahead and see if he can dodge full speed. Season is over anyway because Tom Brady came back. If he
you know who else they did that with? You know what team did that? Houston. You know who they did that with and ruined his career? David Carr. David Carr got sacked 85 times in 1 year. 85 as a rookie.
Need to move faster, son.
Okay. Well, obviously,
but no, I also don't think that David Carr was necessarily the guy to double down on in the first place.
You think Ridder is?
No, I say let's go ahead and
throw him out there and get sacked 85 times.
It is very similar to how my father taught me how to swim. Throw him in the deep end, they'll be all right, Val. Same thing here with Desmond Ridder. Just get on out there in the deep end, just like black dads do anyway. And son, if you swim, you'll be all right. And if you drown, well, I guess you did.
New definition to sink or swim. You either gonna be all right or you gonna be retired. They about to have that boy out there running for his life. Desmond Ridder cannot keep weight on. He keeps running. He's running for his life.
That's gonna be your career anyway if you come to Atlanta. So you might as well get used to it early, man.
Do you want to see him start? Hilarious. So you said you do want to see him start. I don't.
Okay.
I think they're setting him up to start because they brought in Mariota, and Mariota has already started the narrative of, which is some loser shit to me. If you really want to talk about, if I lose, I'm still going to be a great mentor. No, hey, I'm here to compete, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So two things. I think at this point, we could very well go for another quarterback next year with Bryce being available. So
CJ Stroud.
I'm at the point where let's just give him a whole year. There's no point in wasting the games with Mariota. I think we pretty much well know that Mariota ain't the guy, and especially if the competition is this close already, we wasting everybody's time. If he caught up with you that fast, Mariota, you are not the guy. And you got to think Arthur Smith already knows who you are,
which is why they brought him in. Honestly, that's what I was saying. I think that's where they really brought Mariota in.
I think it was always a setup, huh?
Set up to let Ridder start. I think it was set up. Nobody. They pulled him. They pulled him in Tennessee. Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator that said you are not good enough, and they brought in Tannehill.
It was a perfect insurance policy. Which, if that is the game plan, I feel even more confident about Arthur Smith because that is a long damn con.
That is a long con.
I like when people Jedi mind trick you at the end of the movie and like, oh, this is the whole thing. I mean, so say me, bro. That's what he just did.
That would be great, man. So, but I told y'all this is a quick segment, man. Unless you have anything you want to talk about with the Falcons, man. The OTAs are over. So with OTAs being over, they're on vacation, and next thing up is summer camp next month.
And we do not have Deshaun Watson on our team, who may not be available until year 25-30
till the World Cup. That's when he gonna come back.
We won't have to worry about Clowney being a free agent that we don't want to sign next year, like everybody does for some odd reason. He is the least wanted free agent. He's the freest agent I think I've ever seen in NFL history. Every year they be like, nah, we don't really want him.
And then they sign him, and then he get 10 sacks. You'd be like, dang, why did you? But it's also because his injury history. That's really what it is.
He's like the stuff that you buy at the Walmart, like when you going through the line, you're like, yeah, I can use that shit at the house somewhere. That's exactly who Jadeveon Clowney is. And the stuff is kind of valuable, but you also really didn't need to buy it. You were just spending money.
Yeah. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the Falcon segment of episode 60 of ATL edition of the Splash Cast. Y'all stay tuned as we get ready for our final segment, aka starting to be kind of a disappointing offseason. The Hawks. We'll talk about all. It's about to go off the rails now. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Y'all stay tuned.
Nope, I come bringing positivity and happiness.
No, you don't. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back better than ever with our final segment of the ATL edition of episode 60 of the Splash Cast, the Atlanta Hawks segment. Got 2 topics to talk about today that is going to spiral into a whole lot of more topics to talk about today. First off, let's start with Landry Fields. So Landry Fields is the Hawks assistant GM. If you remember Landry Fields, he played multiple seasons in the NBA, mostly with the Suns. He is now being promoted to the GM role, general manager role, and he will continue to work under president of basketball operations Travis Schlenk in the Hawks front office. I think originally Travis Schlenk was president and GM, if I'm not mistaken. So this is an interesting move. I think he probably was getting offers to leave, and the Hawks enjoy and like having him employed there, and they decided to go ahead and give him a promotion and a raise to be the GM in a title bump.
Yeah, he's always been the second in command.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just the financial part of this, and I guess the more recognition part. But he's always been right there with Schlink. I just hope they get it right. That's the biggest thing. I don't care who you put in the seat, just get the decisions right.
And it's ever since he became GM, I don't know if it's set up this way, but he has been active, or the Hawks have been in every trade rumor known to man. One of those. Oh, go ahead.
I just hope we're not making moves out of desperation.
We're definitely making moves out of desperation. One of those trade rumors that has started, of course, is always centered around our second best player, John Collins. John Collins has been viewed by a lot of people in Atlanta, a lot of people around basketball as somebody, even though he averages 20 and 10, 18 and 9, 17 and 10, willing to take a backseat, a great teammate. A lot of people think that he is not, you can't keep him on the team and he's not going to bolster the Hawks to the next level. It seems like the trade rumors with John have heated up more this year than last year. And if you read the tea leaves, there are little indications that he really might be out of here this time. The first indication is Chris Jent. Chris Jent is the was pretty much hired by Lloyd Pierce, and he is responsible for getting John Collins, who when he came into the league was only a dunker and a high energy guy, to be a pretty good 3-point shooter, shooting at 40%, as well as a pretty good mid-range shooter as well. Chris Jent is probably John Collins' favorite coach on the staff. He worked with him every day, every practice, every camp. He was there working personally with John Collins. So for him to leave and go join Darvin Ham's staff, which is not, I could be reading too much into this because Darvin Ham was a Hawks assistant coach too, remember? So
absolutely,
he could have gone and got Chris Jent as well. So we may be reading too much into this, but this does not bode well for the Hawks in terms of what we want in keeping John Collins.
Yeah, I think at this point, I keep trying to make peace with it every day. Jent is out, and thinking that if you're leaving Atlanta and going to the Lakers, outside of the visibility, their future just does not look as bright as ours. So that move does confuse me a little bit. But with the other rumors,
he's getting a promotion though. Remember, he's going to be the top assistant. Remember, Nate was the top assistant, and then there's somebody else. So now he's the top assistant with the Lakers. So normally, when you're the top assistant, the next thing is to be a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, valid point. But I think Collins is gone, and I think it'll be better for everybody. It's going to be interesting to see what we get back, but I think that with Jent out the door, it's probably to write it on the wall at this point.
Well, let's spiral now. We about to spiral. So those are only two topics, guys. We now about to spiral. So there have been the draft is Thursday.
Correct.
I don't understand what the Hawks are doing, especially when you bring in a new GM, which is an old GM. But it seems like for everything that the Falcons have done, where we said the Falcons look like they have a plan. We don't know if this plan is going to work, but they do have a plan. They were going to get bigger and faster and more physical at every position. And they have done that literally at every position. We have all 6'4" receivers. We have everything has been an upgrade in terms of size and strength. The Hawks, we don't know what's going on. There's so many trade speculations. Apparently, everybody is on the trading block except for Trae Young. Literally everybody.
And DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter also.
Oh, and DeAndre Hunter. Well, we just found that out last week because there were speculations about that before. So apparently DeAndre Hunter and Trae Young are not on the trading block, but everybody else is. Clint Capella has been listed, linked to the Timberwolves.
Stupidest trade I've ever heard in my life.
John Collins has been linked to everybody. Literally
the entire NBA.
Bogey can't be traded because he got hurt, but Kevin Huerter has been.
I heard today that he can be moved.
Okay, well, Bogey, that's what I wanted to say. The Hawks also today, as of today,
Have we confirmed this?
This is from True to the ATL Hawks. This is a very credible source. The Hawks are expected to waive Danilo Gallinari to reduce payroll by $16 million. By June 23rd, was it June 23rd? June 23rd, if he was not waived, his $5 million guarantee becomes a $21 million guarantee. So we are going to allegedly waive Danilo Gallinari.
Oh, in 2 days. That'll tell me everything I needed to know about this season, depending on what they do with Gallo. I can't imagine that you would waive Gallo when you could. Can you not trade him? Can't be untradeable. If
you're a GM and you know a team does not want to pay a player, and all you have to do is wait it out, why would you give up an asset when you could just add him?
Because if there are multiple teams that want him, then somebody might pay for him.
I mean, you're gonna have to pay. So you think they'll pay somebody? They'll pay him more than $21 million?
I think that if you're a competing team, I think Gallo's is a hell of an option
at $21 million. Remember, his contract becomes guaranteed. So if you trade for him, you take on $21 million guaranteed. Do you think Gallo is worth $21 million? Because obviously he's not going to start. He's not going to start.
No.
That's why you wait for him to be waived versus try to sign him that way for a reasonable amount.
But somebody also might be interested in taking the expiring contract too.
Well, if that was the case, they would have done it by now.
Yeah, I think I could have moved him for an expiring or something. There's somebody who has somebody who they want to get rid of, and they can't get rid of him because he's on a long-term contract, and they will take Gallo in place of 100%.
If you're gonna do that, then why would you trade Gallo? That's you're replacing a two of spades with a two of spades.
Not necessarily. It could be a better two of spades. Well, it could be a better two. Excuse me.
The only one that I could see is Jeremy Grant. That's somebody that you would trade Gallo for, but then he would have to be in the starting lineup.
No, you wouldn't do that. I would have to think about somebody who's in the $20 million range that you're ready to make peace with right now.
Nobody. Ain't nobody in the $20 million range that's on an expiring contract that you would trade that would give you more as a fit for Gallo. There's nobody that you could think of. Bobby Portis signed a 1-year deal. PJ Tucker opted out. There's nobody on the bench.
I guess he's probably closer to a $10 million player. You don't want to pay $20 million for a $10 million player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nobody's gonna pay. There's
right.
Nobody who's gonna pay him $21 million.
Right.
So that's why they got rid of Gallo. But I had to make sure that we talked about that because when it came to Gallo, he's the one that Mohawk Gallo was the dude in our run to the Eastern Conference Finals. So shout out to Gallo. Salute to you, man. We loved you here in Atlanta.
Jesus. Gallo, what is Lou doing, bro? Lou, you're done.
Lou's done. Lou's out of there. Lou's not. That ain't gonna resign.
No, have you not seen the rumors? Lou is considering coming back for another year, and I'm like, where? Well, if y'all bring Lou Williams back, I might not even watch the game.
He better be in an Andre Iguodala role.
No, we need the spots.
Do we? We just got rid of Gallo. Obviously, we're about to make some moves. Herder's been on the block, which is happening for you. John Collins, they're not going to trade John Collins. The only way that I've seen that they're going to trade John Collins is to trade him in a package for a better player, meaning somebody like we've heard DeAndre Ayton, we've heard Rudy Gobert. I refuse to even talk about Donovan Mitchell and to have the 6'1" Minnie Mouses back there with no defense.
That's the biggest frustrating part about the whole thing is not one soul has actually talked about fixing the defense. Everybody's just
whole off season. Nobody except for Rudy Gobert. That was the only defensive discussion we've ever had. He cost just as much or more.
Has anybody noticed we have basically the second best offense in the NBA? We don't need any more points. We have to stop somebody eventually. And I get in Hawks chats and want to rip my face off. But I just want to see them have a plan more than anything. You know how you brought up with the Falcons. I would just like to see some type of direction I have a lot of fears that he really just going to try to get under the tax and mail it in for the season to see if they can do what they got, and that is a disappointment.
I don't know, man, because they got to keep Trey happy, right? And Trey's happy if Trey's not a good player.
You got to shut up with $207 million.
You don't got to shut up. $207 million gives you say so. You don't got to shut up. There's no way you sign somebody for $207 million and don't listen to what they have to say. There's no way you do that.
Yeah, but you also have to be patient with us because we just paid you $207 million.
I don't have to be patient. I can request a trade. Today's NBA players don't have to do anything. They don't have to be patient. They don't have to do nothing.
That would be the ideal situation for me.
So you would say just start all the way over?
No. Well, in the idea that he's that good, there should be a decent market for him, right?
You still got to start over. I'm assuming that John Collins would be out of there by that time. So you would have nobody there but DeAndre Hunter, old Neelis Bogey.
I was talking about like right now, like today. If he was like, "Oh, I want out,"
no, we ain't talking about that. That's a foolish. No, we ain't gonna talk about it because they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, no, they would hold him hostage. Wrestler wants to sell them tickets. Yeah, I just think that nothing I've seen is something where we don't get accosted. I haven't even seen like a fair swap, anything close to it. I haven't even seen really a 60-40.
That's the thing about John Collins.
Come here and let me rob you.
He's a tweener. So it's really, really difficult to get a market for John Collins and get somebody better at that age. Because remember, he's still only like 24. Like, he's still a really young player. And all of the comparisons that you have with John Collins, Jeremy Grant would be one. I keep bringing up Jeremy Grant, but that's who I can think of. 6'9", that can play the three. Or can play multiple positions. But John Collins plays more of a big man role, and it's very difficult to find a tweener of his skill set as a big man. I can't think of anybody. Really. No. Maybe Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon was probably in that mold. He can shoot threes. He can shoot threes now. Aaron Gordon shoots threes.
But no. At John Collins' age, he couldn't shoot.
As he was shooting by the time he was in the second dunk contest, he was shooting threes.
Yeah, that's a second contract. He was in Orlando for a long time.
But okay, either way, what I'm saying is that's the mold that John Collins is in. Somebody a guy that can shoot the three. I have been critical of John, saying that he needs to develop a mid-range and or a post game. But for today's NBA, like, could you imagine? I would trade John Kuminga. Probably is another person that's like in the John Collins mold, more of that stretch four type player that's athletic enough to play defense and shoot. I don't know what you're looking up.
No, I was looking to see when he started. I guess around his fourth season, he's shooting about 33%. You're right.
Oh, you talking about Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
Because we almost made that trade a long time ago. That was a trade that people were talking about, Aaron Gordon for John Collins.
Boy, glad we missed that boat. But I mean, I guess it should be interesting. We've been lucky enough that John has been good enough that you can't get the value back for how good he is. That is the last play I have on the table at this point. And the only other answer is the Hawks just take a loss and move on from John Collins. They don't want to pay him $25 million a year. And if that is the answer, I surely don't like the answer.
I just did and to think that
that's blatantly hitting on a pig and then kicking the can.
If you're trading John Collins and they're talking about trading him for draft picks, to me, that means that Nate is probably on his way out too. If you're going to trade John Collins for draft picks, knowing that Nate does not play rookies at all, then they had to force Nate to play Onyeka Okongwu. They had to force him. Think about that. They had to come down in the second half of the season, a lottery pick, and had to force Nate to play him. That means that why would you trade a veteran who the coach is partial to go get more rookies? That means that Nate is probably on his way out. Or
that also means he's lost control of this, which probably for him would mean he's out. Because at that point, they would be basically ordering him to do things. And I don't see Nate as the guy taking a bunch of orders from somebody else.
Nope.
None of this bodes well. But and what do you even want it for?
If Nate leaves, Trey will undoubtedly have the coach killer.
I mean, he will almost be the teammate killer. That means Cam, JC, Clint would be out of there. Herder would be out of there. And, him and Bogey can't even coexist now on the starting lineup together. So
yeah, they can't even be on the court right now. So,
which is the part that I don't understand about everybody wanting a more ball-dominant guard. If you can't do it with Bogey, how in the hell are you going to do it with a guy who actually wants to dribble the ball?
I would have liked to get Malcolm Brogdon, but Brogdon is just a better version of DeLon Wright to me. And Brogdon would play. Trey has to be willing to play off the ball. If you want to be Steph Curry, I mean, you do literally everything Steph Curry does. You do that when you score. You do all of that stuff that Steph Curry does. Steph Curry learned how to play off the ball. Steph Curry gets the ball when all right, y'all ain't gonna do it. All right, bet. Then or I'm hot. But he ain't taking them stupid threes for no reason. Like, you got a lot of maturing to do, Trey, and you are running. I hate to say it, you are running away a lot of good talent because you're playing selfishly. Period. Didn't mean to go there, but as the conversation progressed, it is what it is.
At this point, I just want to double that. Whatever they want to do, they believe that will work for Trey, just do that. So everything else ain't going to work. So just let's see what that looks like at this point.
It ain't going to look like nothing. Man, we're just going to be play in a year every time.
I just want to see it. I just want to because if you're not going to play John Collins, then let's move him. Like,
so
if you're not going to give him a shot, then move him. You're wasting his time and you're wasting your time.
So if we're going to move him, what team should come get him?
Oh, Miami number one. Miami. That is Jimmy Butler, John Collins, Bam Adebayo, two undersized fours. They have different skill sets that you can kind of lean on different guys for different things. Oh, that front court will be unstoppable. I'm trying to think.
Pretty much any contender. Dallas, John Collins, and Dallas. Yeah.
Well, you already got Christian Wood there, but I think the Christian Wood and John Collins can play together. Doesn't matter. Wood. I mean, he's a four. I mean, once again, it's the same thing I believe like Bam Adebayo. Just put two guys who are kind of not bigs, but big enough. Between the two of y'all can probably jump Embiid. Y'all get the job done between the two of you.
76ers, that's another one. They have people to trade. No, they don't. They have to.
I know that they would take Collins for Tobias.
Mm-hmm. 76ers. I mean, Brooklyn don't have no trade bait. Boston.
No.
Boston has a lot of pieces, and John Collins at the 4 on that team is ridiculous.
But then your money gonna get tricky towards the end because you would be at. You gotta pay. You got Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown has a decent contract.
Both of them are under contract.
You're right. I mean, yeah. I don't know what we would get back.
Your money gets tricky because you would have to get rid of Horford. That's where the money is, which they're gonna do. But we're not gonna trade John Collins for Horford.
I would. We might.
Expiring contract.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I don't know where else he goes. And Minnesota, but
Portland.
Who would they give us? They'd have to give me Simons and a big for John, and they're not going to do that because they already got rid of CJ McCollum.
Spurs interested too.
Spurs have a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces that we could use.
I mean, I don't think that they have anything that I would be too. Oh, maybe Jackson Hayes, but
say the team. The Pelicans.
Pelicans, yep. Because you have Valanciunas at the 5, Collins at the 4. You will have Ingram at the 3, McCollum at the 2, and Devontae Graham, and maybe pick you, draft you a point guard. That's a little team you got there.
Or you can just piss everybody off and trade him to Golden State.
Or I mean, we could even. I have seen you could. Well, Jesus, please no.
Golden State got 5 players that they could trade for John Collins right now, and they can make it work.
Who else? New York. We could swap Julius for John Collins.
Yeah, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to be New York. I don't want nothing from New York. I want y'all to keep Julius. I want y'all to keep Obi, and not. Now that's a trade.
What?
John Collins to New York for Obi Toppin and somebody else.
Why would? But you gonna have to pay. I mean, you ain't gonna pay him John Collins money, but you gonna have to pay him some money. And he's like Collins, but like Dollar General. Collins can shoot. If you're trying to win, you keep Collins and punt on Obi Toppin. But at least Julius is kind of tough. He has a better ball handle.
Julius going to Dallas anyway. He ain't coming to Atlanta.
Jesus, if Julius goes to Dallas, that is scary. Ain't he from there?
Yep. He was at the game.
Christian Wood, Julius, Luka, Jalen Brunson.
If they bring Julius, they wouldn't be able to sign Jalen. Because you got Christian Wood on a contract, Luka on a supermax.
Nah. Christian Wood is on a very reasonable contract. Don't worry about that.
Julius is still on a $20 million a year contract, I believe.
But the cap is going up. $20 million that's a John Collins contract. That ain't breaking you.
Or you could trade him to Orlando for Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, it's a whole lot of mess with the Hawks right now.
$13 million a year.
That ain't gonna last long. If he has a good year next year, they got to bump that up. But
bump it to 20.
But when it comes to
ain't no spring chicken.
When it comes to the Hawks, man, we don't know what the hell is going on, man. We don't know who, what, when, where, or why, and what their strategy is. Like we said before, like you said before, like we decided, the draft being Thursday will let us know a lot. There's supposed to be a whole lot of draft day trades. Allegedly, we're trading up to the 4th pick. I mean, not us, but a bunch of teams want to trade up to the 4th pick. I'm not really impressed with anybody in the draft, to be honest. I don't believe in Chet Holmgren. Banchero literally disappeared when the spotlights were on. And Ivy's okay. He's it's all right. But you have established players. You have established players at every position that you're talking about trading for. So it doesn't make sense to me. But again, that's why I'm not a GM. It is what it is.
That's not why. It's just unfortunate you're not a GM. I'm not saying that I couldn't do better than some of these people because I 100% believe I could. Cleveland. I would not have missed on that many picks.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the ATL edition of the Splash Cast. Norwood, if we didn't miss anything, take us out.
We have never missed anything a day in our life. This is another excellent pod. Once again, the ATL edition. What was this? Church announcements.
And OnlyFans.
Can you tell them where they can find us?
Damn. I normally can.
Everywhere.
So we are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and get this ready. If you want to contact us, you can go to our link tree. Our link tree that is on the Splashcast Instagram page. You go to the Splashcast Instagram page, go to the link tree. Kapaya. Then you can find our YouTube page. We are on Apple Podcasts at the Splashcast, We're on Spotify, the Splashcast, and Spotify, the Splashcast and Reggie and Norwood. One is for the playlist, and one is for the podcast. We are also on Google Podcasts for some of those that use those. Instagram, we are Instagram at the Splashcast, at underscore the Splashcast on Twitter. Look at that on Twitch, y'all. We're on Twitch where we do our live streams. You can even come here and see the Twitch. Boom, already there. All you gotta do is click. All you gotta do is go to the link tree in there. We also are on TikTok. This is to the playlist every week. This will be episode 60's playlist. We also have the playlist home. This is the master playlist, and as well on Facebook and Anchor at the Splashcast with Reggie and Norwood. And if you want to reach out with us, we love to partner. We love to partner with small businesses. We love to partner with black businesses. We love to partner with minorities. We love to partner with LGBTQ. Anybody that's been disenfranchised, we love to, and anybody that is doing or service or product, we would love to partner with you and give some notoriety as well. So you can reach out to us at divetmedia@gmail.com. I think I covered it all, man.
Yeah, hey, what you do is you go to the link tree, you hit copy, and just send it to all your friends. Don't even give them an explanation. Just send them the link tree, and they'll figure it out from there.
Send it to your grandma to put it in the bulletin. Send it to your friend to put it on her OnlyFans. Everywhere.
Yes, and then, just so we can see that they did it, send me the OnlyFans account so I can see that it was really there, because I got to verify where our brand is at, and I want to make sure that it's on the up and the uppest.
Hey, OnlyFans people, make sure y'all should create a discount code called the Splashcast.
Now there is a strategic partnership I see that will be beautiful, because you got like the Splashcast, and then you. Yep. Okay, number one.
Drip
more black baseball. No. Yo, no, man. Number two. More black cowboys and more black cowgirls.
There's a funny story. There's a joke there too. All right, I'm stop. I'm gonna mute myself. Let me mute myself.
We are a podcast about historically black college university sports, and you just childish as hell. But yes, now that I've collected myself, the historically black college university that you graduated from, send some money over there. The historically black college university that's in your neighborhood, send some more money over there. Then all the rest of the money that you can find anywhere in your Cash App. I found that I had a couple $dollars in my Apple, whatever they call that thing, Apple Wallet. All of that money, send it to the Hampton University, care of the Splashcast, and then put on the line under that, the memo line, the realest podcast in the world. Thank you guys for supporting us on episode 60. This has been another fantastic episodes. Me and Reggie are going to go cry in the car now, because they're probably going to trade John Collins and begin to melt down the Atlanta Hawks. And that makes us sad, but the Braves are still playing well. It ain't but one thing left to do now, Reg. What's that?
Hang out. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay safe.
One thing left to do. Adios, mi amigos. Buenos noches.
All of those. Peace out, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Give me some Latin music. October, where you at? Bala Camingo. Orale. Ay, 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 mami. It's Death Row music, man. We got a little something for everybody, every part of the world, and every lady in the party.
Mercy, mercy me. I've been blessed by an angel. Mercy, mercy me. I love to see what you're made of. On the dance floor, and the music is feeling right. In that dress, you look so fine. Bella, baby, you feel the music in your spine. You want to dance, well, now's the time. Well, let me lead, let me lead. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Take my hand, baby, come follow. And I promise you won't want to leave. Apura. Come baila conmigo. Come closer, I need your touch. Oh, baby, you're so high that I wanna feel the heat from all you got. Come baila conmigo. Come closer, I need your love. Oh, baby, don't you quit. I wanna feel the movement of your hips. mercy, mercy me. Oh, you're so attractive.